When I was growing up, I never had a role of leader set out in my career path. All I knew is that I wanted to make a difference to individuals, to communities, to society, and I wanted to support people who were in vulnerable circumstances to help them maintain their independence, dignity and control. And I guess I really wanted others to be able to help make a difference too. So I chose a career in social care, practically working to solve problems. It fills me with this feeling of hopefulness, as I know that I'm trying to do my very best to make the world a little bit better. So this experience in social care has really fueled my passion to become a leader. My view of what it takes to be an effective leader is really changed dramatically over the years. I remember during the early years of my career thinking that these great leaders were charismatic, energising. They had this clear vision and they inspired people to go on their journey. And I guess I have experienced leaders like this. But yes, has it been successful? Up to a point, I guess. So I've grown as a leader, where I now believe I lead best when I'm in service to others. The three things that matter most to me as a leader are firstly, understanding purpose, secondly, feeling whole, and thirdly, being kind and compassionate. So thinking about purpose, I do a fair bit of facilitation for groups, and I really find that people are excellent at the what. They get it. They can't wait to get started, take action and dive in. But when you start to think about the why, this is where people get more challenged. And I do understand it because it can be really hard. But it's so important for me, both as a leader and team member, that I feel connected to the purpose. That myself and the team understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. This is motivating, it's energising, and it really enables you to see the bigger picture when it's just too easy to get sucked into detail. So secondly, why is wholeness important to me as a leader? So I'm a businesswoman, I'm a leader, and I'm also a mother. And as a leader, it's important that I create the conditions that enable myself and my team members to bring their whole selves into work. It really worries me when people talk about their work life and their home life, and they create the barriers between those two. How exhausting must it be? It can't be effective not bringing your whole self into work, when you only bring 70% of you into work. So I want to talk about the two different experiences that I've had when coming back from maternity leave. When I first came back from maternity leave, it was very much head down, structural changes, directed work, and I felt really out of control and disempowered. But my most recent experience of coming back from maternity leave, it was completely different. All that skills and experience that I'd nurtured on maternity leave about being compassionate, about showing empathy, shared vulnerability, about multitasking, I was able to bring that back to my workplace, and it really made a difference being a whole person, and that for me is one of the key things about being a great leader. It helps when you can be whole. It builds trust within the team, and it creates an environment where you can do really fantastic work together. The last thing that I wanted to talk about around what's important to me in leadership is compassion and kindness. And this isn't some wishy-washy hippie leadership, and it isn't about letting people get away with poor performance. What it's about being human, it's about sharing your vulnerabilities, and it's about understanding that behind every job title, there's a person. And the best way for that person to be creative, to innovate, to be purposeful, to be accountable to their peers, is to be valued, is to be respected, and really show an understanding. So that's why leadership for me is about compassion.